You know, going from playing on your local pitch to signing for a professional football league, it can feel like this impossible dream, right? But what if I told you it's less about some stroke of luck and more about a specific, tangible pathway? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down the 7 key steps that can turn that dream into a real career.
And this quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. We're not talking about just dreaming of success. No, we're looking at a practical roadmap, a series of actual possibilities you can go out and pursue.
Every single great football career starts with that first whistle. So this first phase, it's all about building your fundamental skills and, maybe even more importantly, proving you have a real passion for the game.
Now, these first 2 steps, look, they might sound super basic, but trust me, they are absolutely non-negotiable. Joining a local club is where you get your first taste of real structured coaching. And playing for your school, that's the very first stage where people start to notice who has talent, sure, but also who has consistency and a great attitude on the pitch.
Seriously, this foundation is everything. It's so much more than just learning how to pass and shoot. It's about embedding that discipline and teamwork that proves you really live and breathe the sport, especially when nobody's watching.
Okay, so let's say you've put in the hours. You're dominating on your local team. What's next? This is the question every single aspiring player asks. You've got the talent, but how do you get the right people to actually see it?
Well, the answer brings us to phase 2, getting on the radar. This is all about making that shift from just playing the game to actively performing in situations where you know scouts are going to be watching.
And this is exactly how you do it. Trials are your ticket to get into higher-level teams, for sure. But the real hunting grounds for scouts, that's the competitions. And why is that? Because tournaments, youth leagues, and these big interstate matches are where they see you perform under real pressure, against much tougher opponents.
So at the end of the day, it really all boils down to one single goal, visibility. But it's about quality visibility, not just quantity. You have to be seen, yeah, but you have to perform when the lights are on and someone important is taking notes.
All right, so once you start getting noticed, the whole game changes. Section 3 is about leveling up. And that means you have to start making some really smart, strategic choices about your development. This is where you really start to think like a pro.
See, this is the point where raw talent just isn't enough anymore. A qualified coach doesn't just teach you a few new skills. They refine the talent you already have, they pinpoint your weaknesses, and they instill that professional discipline you absolutely need for high-stakes games.
And your environment, wow, that's a massive piece of this puzzle. Your local team, it's comfortable, it's familiar. But a pro-level academy, that pushes you every single day with tougher competition and elite coaching. Sometimes the most strategic move you can make is a literal one. Moving to a city with a stronger football culture and just plain better opportunities.
Okay, so all of these steps, building the foundation, getting visible, making those strategic choices, it's all been leading up to this, the final phase, the professional pathway. This is the official gateway into the world you've been working so hard for.
And here it is. This is the ultimate target. A professional youth academy is so much more than just a team. It's an institution run by a pro club where football becomes your full-time job. Getting into one of these means you are officially in the system. You're training daily with elite coaches, you're competing against the best young players in the country, and you're on a direct pipeline to the top, from youth leagues to the reserve team, and with an incredible amount of hard work, into the first team.
And let's wrap this up on this really powerful thought. It honestly doesn't matter if you started in a tiny village or a massive city. What truly matters are the choices you make, the path you decide to follow, and the dedication you bring to every single step of that journey. So, now that you've seen the whole pathway laid out, the only real question left is for you. Whether you're a player, a parent, or just a fan dreaming of the big leagues, what will your first step be?